Hello there.
Hello there.
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel for a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about Obi Wan Kenobi from Disney Plus, all 6 episodes. And we're going to talk about the good points and the bad points. Rather than do a reaction video, I've summed it up just for the good stuff, and let's dive right in. Ewan McGregor back as Obi Wan Kenobi has always been a treat. It's been over, what, 20, 30 years since we last seen him in the prequels with George Lucas. And it was quite nice to see him again reprise his role as Obi-Wan. The Inquisitorious castle that held all those dead Jedi, the ones that were like kind of frozen in those tombs, that was pretty cool. I was kind of hoping to see all the other familiar Jedi. I think in this series they showed a lot of like these random Jedis, like I don't even know who these people are. The youngling was the only one that really made sense to me. But all the other frozen Jedi that was in the tomb didn't really make sense to me.
Any credits?
There was that clone trooper that Obi-Wan Kenobi ran into in that city where he was begging for money. That was kind of neat. It was a nice cameo by Tamara Morrison. Seeing Vader just rip apart Reva, that was cool. He didn't even use a lightsaber. He actually took Reva's lightsaber away from her, used it against her, and we all know what happened to her after.
Have you come to destroy me?
I will do what I must.
The Vader versus Obi-Wan fight on that rock planet, just brilliant, okay? Obi-Wan absolutely destroys Darth Vader. I mean, you saw that scene where he just force levitates all the rocks behind him. That was cool. He cuts his back and he rips apart Darth Vader's mask, where you see the face of Anakin Skywalker. We've seen that in Rebels, I think. Ahsoka did the same kind of damage on Darth Vader. Honestly, he should have just finished them all. But I mean, again, plot armor, you can't really do that. You didn't kill Anakin. I did. That line right there seals the deal. I also liked how you can hear half of Hayden's voice and half of Darth Vader. So it's kind of going on back and forth. In my opinion, I think that was the whole point of this whole series, is the Obi-Wan and Vader fight. And I think they really delivered the gravitas and the emotional weight of them fighting. But here comes to my other detriment to that, is I think that should be it. They can't fight again. Like, there's no point. There's talks that I heard that they're gonna make season 2. Why? It stops right here. I think the more they do with Obi-Wan, if they bring back a second season and they add this kind of they add more fights, Vader versus Obi-Wan, it just won't make sense. Now moving forward, Obi-Wan gives Luke the T-16 speeder that we see Luke in A New Hope flying when he was talking to 3PO and R2. That was a neat callback. And of course, we hear Obi-Wan's
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi!
Last but not least, we get a cameo from Qui-Gon Jinn, which is a nice little nod to the Phantom Menace. Now, for the bad parts. Okay, so my problems with Obi-Wan Kenobi, this list is pretty long. They really need to ease off on the desert planets. I know, it's, Tatooine is kind of like the hub of all Star Wars everything. But seriously, man, like, they really need to mix it up. They got to ease off the desert planets and less back-to-tanks. When I saw the back-to-tank again, oh my goodness. Lucasfilm just can't seem to get enough back-to-tanks. I think back-to-tanks have been like a plot device that they use to kind of revive everybody. Like, remember when Obi-Wan got burned? Same with the Book of Boba Fett. You know, he was dying, they stick him in there, he's fine. But again, less desert planets and back-to-tanks, please. Now, little Leia, the actress did a good job portraying Leia. I think it's a little forced though. Like, when she's talking, she seems very condescending. And I mean, she's 10 years old. There's a scene where Obi-Wan actually tells her, "How old are you?" And it's kind of questionable because the way she's talking, it's a little bit forced. I feel like the writers were really trying to portray Leia being the sassy rebel leader she is, but for a 10-year-old, I think it's a little bit forced. Oh my god, the laser fence. Okay, so the laser fence, Obi-Wan and Leia were in a truck. They got to get past this fence where stormtroopers get interrogated, and they find out it's actually who they're looking for. All hell breaks loose. But the thing was, there's this laser fence blocking the convoy. Why didn't they just go around? Like, Obi-Wan had to shoot the knob to turn off the laser. If you look at the set, they could have just went around the fence. Climb up the mountain, go around it. Didn't make sense to me. Fast forward into the episode, they meet Tala. They get into the Fortress Inquisitorius. Leia gets captured, and now they gotta break out of it. So there's a scene where Tala, Obi-Wan, and Leia were trying to break out, and for some dumb reason, they had to implement this trench coat scene where they had to sneak Leia out without making it look so obvious, but they hid Leia underneath Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's wearing a trench coat in Star Wars, okay? A trench coat where Leia was hiding underneath the trench coat, and it looks so obvious. Like, do they think the Empire is that dumb? Or like, the audience, are we that stupid? 2 snowspeeders show up, right? And from my recollection, if you watch The Empire Strikes Back, snowspeeders can only fit 2 people, the pilot and the gunner in the back. So when the snowspeeder showed up, picked up Tala, Obi-Wan, Leia, and the pilot, that's 4 people. How the hell they fit in the snowspeeder? And like, since when did snowspeeders start to hover? I don't know. Now, let's talk about Reva. This one's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I really tried to enjoy her character. I was really giving the actress Moses Ingram a chance to see what she's all about. But I don't know. There's something about her character. It was written really weak. It didn't have the emotional impact. There's nothing about her character that was compelling enough to draw me in. And although her story arc was, you know, she used to be a youngling and she wanted to get revenge on Vader because she found out Anakin became Vader, and she wants to be Inquisitor. It's just, everything just, it became so far-fetched. It lost me, basically. I don't understand why she went through all that trouble to get to Vader, but then in the end she fails. Like, it'd be cool if maybe she hurt Vader, but no, man. Like, the guy literally dusted her down the floor with her own lightsaber, and I don't know. Just there's something about Reva that it just didn't gel well with me. One thing I noticed about Reva was I looked into it. She's called the third sister. Apparently the Inquisitors have, like, you know, the second sister, the third sister. Now the second sister, I looked it up. She had this really cool helmet. It's from the video game, I think. I'm not sure exactly which one, but there was this image of this second sister, and she had this really cool, like, Vader-esque helmet. I kind of wish they did that with Reva, because just like Boba Fett, when you look at Boba Fett's helmet, there's something mysterious about it, right? Like when the bounty hunter has it on, it just seems menacing, it's mysterious. But with Reva, like, she comes down right at the beginning of the episode where she had no mask on, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's just a human being. But if she had some sort of helmet on, I think that would have added to it. Maybe they wanted to just kind of focus on her character, but it would have been cool to maybe, like, the first 2 episodes where she had her helmet on, you know, being really menacing and stuff. But no, I think they blew it on that one. They should have had a helmet of some sort for Reva, but no, Reva's character just didn't do it for me. Now, call me crazy, but can Reva teleport? There's 2 times she did it. There was a scene where Tala and Leia were running away in a tunnel, and for some reason she got to the front of the tunnel. How did that happen? And there was another scene, Vader and her get into an altercation, she loses, she gets stabbed, and she's literally dying on the floor, and she finds out that, oh, I gotta get to Tatooine because apparently there's a Skywalker there. So the last episode, she just mysteriously teleports to Tatooine before Obi-Wan even gets off his ship. He left the planet before she did, and Reva got there way ahead. Now, the biggest problem I have with this show, guys, the plot armor. You know, Obi-Wan's not going to get killed. Leia's not going to get killed. Uncle Owen's not going to get killed. Luke Skywalker's not going to get killed. Everybody has plot armor. So what's the whole premise of this whole show? I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you know the main characters are in no threat whatsoever, the tension just evaporates. The story just ends up being pretty tame and mediocre. And to be quite honest, that really bites. Reva stabs the Inquisitor, so we think he died, but he shows up at the end. Vader stabs Reva, and somehow she's walking around, goes on a hunting spree to go find Luke Skywalker, and she survives. And yet, Qui-Gon Jinn gets shish kebabbed by Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace, and he apparently didn't make it. One of the weakest things about Obi-Wan 2 is the writing. I find there's no compelling storylines anymore. But watching Obi-Wan, it's not really well written. Overall, I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi series was okay. Do we need a second season?
No, 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 no!
No! God, please, no!
Anyway, that about wraps up my thoughts on Obi-Wan Kenobi series on Disney+. What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. And as always, this is SITO. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.